Hello everyone, my name is Griffin and we are back with another reaction video. We are reacting to men walking away is a problem. According to new data, more men thriving after walking away. This is by, who is it by again? Man Guide. It is by the Man Guide. So I know nothing of this video. I have no idea what's going on in this video, so let's find out what's going on, shall we?
What's your biggest turnoff in guys?
Probably when they don't work out.
Lady, do you need I don't think a regular mirror is going to help you out there, but you need a mirror? Look in the mirror, lady. If you say your biggest turnoff is them not working out, well, you are a giant walking billboard of a turnoff then.
Oh, really?
And stuff, yeah.
White men.
So what do you guys prefer in a guy?
Really rich,
Really black.
at least 6'5".
Look, here's the thing. Man or woman, if you want somebody that fits within your preference, minus the height, because you can't really help that. Like, if you want somebody who's who works out, you know, who's fit and healthy, the least you can do is do that yourself as well. Because there are not many people at all who like somebody who is big, you know, like me or like them, I guess. There are not many people out there who like that. They prefer somebody who looks fit and healthy. So if that's what you want, you better make damn sure that you are what you want, that you represent what you want. Women like this, good luck. Like, seriously, good luck.
6'5"?
Yeah.
He's got to be taller, you know?
Between men or women, who has a harder life?
Absolutely women.
When it comes to dating, men. In the dating world, men have it harder.
Why?
We're sexualized everywhere we go.
You get like catcalled?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They get catcalled.
Modern society, driven by a toxic feminist ideology.
I'd say women do also have it hard, but that is... Women have a hard time finding men, and they have a hard time in relationships. I'd say the one thing to blame for that is modern day feminism and how corrupt the Me Too movement has gotten as well. So if women want something to blame, they can't blame men. Well, the women who get shitty men, they have no one to blame but themselves because they're the dumbasses who keep picking shitty men. But it is modern day feminism that is the problem when it comes to the dating world. Then why women have a hard time finding men to date. I would say one of the biggest reasons is modern day feminism, because it's nothing but corrupt bullshit and misandry.
She has demonized men for far too long. For the past few decades, men have been consistently put down in every major area of society. But one thing about men that's been true since the dawn of time is that we are remarkably adaptable. In order to survive, men will adjust and overcome. This is how men have allowed humanity to survive to the present day. This is how humanity has been able to become the apex predator on the planet. Not by our physical characteristics, but our ability to be resourceful and survive. By adapting and thriving even after things have changed so drastically, we get better. And what we're seeing at the moment is the same pattern of behavior. This is men adapting to changing situations which no longer serve them. Men have been watching the way this society has been going for the past few decades, and recently, they've decided to opt out. Men are choosing to walk away from a society that doesn't appreciate them. They're walking away from a dating market that instantly labels them as predators just for existing. Men are paying attention to the insufferable way modern women choose to be, and they're saying one thing: no thank you. Alright, before we go any deeper into the video, let me share the comment of the day. Today's winner is Radix133, who said, "There's a reason why taking true accountability is called manning up." Damn, now that is poetic. You gotta love the truth behind this one. So man, please don't forget to reach out to my email to claim your $5. As always guys, I'm going to pick one comment from each video. It could be the funniest, the most liked, or like this one that just really stuck out to me. So don't forget to leave a comment and you could be the next winner. Be sure to hit that like and sub button as it helps me out a lot. So now, back to the video.
Okay, that text right there that this animated person got. Look, I can kind of understand why you want to be somebody who makes a lot of money because they are financially secure. But to make that the only reason why you're with somebody makes you not a good person to be with. Get some, self-respect and morals in your life.
Embrace your masculinity.
Man guy. That's funny.
This society has been telling men for generations that they're not needed and that they should go away. And men listened. In massive numbers, men are deciding to go their own way and find peace elsewhere. Society is constantly shocked by how little your average man needs in order to be happy. As long as he has freedom, autonomy, and peace, a man will be happy.
Yeah, see, look, men would like to have a lot of the romance stuff that we do for women done for us. We would like that. Don't get me wrong. But it takes very little for a man to have happiness. It doesn't take much at all. We are very simple creatures. Men are the simplest of creatures a woman or any man will ever find. It doesn't take much at all to make us happy.
But men being happier by walking away is something society didn't predict. Feminism told men to go away, but they didn't expect men to actually do it. And now, this society is throwing a hissy fit because men walked away and realized that they're actually happier than they would have been if they stayed. Feminism does not want men to be happy. It's as if they said go away, and when men left, they said no, not like that. When a man doesn't have to deal with modern women, he's immediately happier for it. This is something that every man who successfully goes his own way will realize. When you walk away, it's like you realize how much BS you've been tolerating your whole life. Imagine that you were born with a splinter in your foot. It causes you pain every time you walk, but because you've had it in your foot since you were born, you have no idea what it's like to walk without that splinter. And then one day, the splinter dyes its hair blue and starts yelling at you, calling you a predatory, sexist, misogynistic pig. It becomes increasingly more combative, bitter, and argumentative. You put up with the splinter for as long as you can, but eventually, you say enough is enough. You grab a pair of pliers and you pull it right out. It stings as you pull it out. It takes a few days to heal, but then you put your shoes on and start walking again. All of a sudden, walking feels easy. There's no pain anymore. It's like walking on a cloud compared to what it was like before. You feel at peace and like you can walk anywhere. You then look back on your life and realize that the splinter in your foot was a big problem all along, but you just couldn't see it. Now you're grateful that the splinter started making noise. Without it, maybe you would have allowed the splinter to stay in your foot for the rest of your life. What I just described is the story of any man who decides to go his own way and leave women behind. Everything that's wrong with modern women can be demonstrated in the clip that I'm going to show you right now. This is from the same woman who famously demonstrated a few months ago how dysfunctional she is by getting rejected by a matchmaker.
This is how you do not plan a freaking date. You are gonna get rejected. I am here, gonna show you with receipts. I pulled this one from the archive. Let's get into it. I had been on one date with this man, and I got right in that group chat after the first date telling the girlies, I think this guy is great. I had such a nice time with him. We had so much fun. We had a lot in common. I could not wait to go on a second date with him. A week or so later, he finally texts me and is like, hey, are you free Sunday for brunch? I'm like, yeah, great. That Saturday night, he sends me this text, are you still up for brunch? Yes, I'm still up for brunch. You're saying that 5 p.m. on Saturday? brunch, assumingly, would be Sunday, noon, 1. Yeah, what are you thinking? I could come your way if you know a good spot. Okay, let me do the heavy lifting for you, buddy. So I give him a list of these places and I add, not sure if any take a res, meaning, hey buddy, I'm giving you 3 options of places I'd like to go, but you are gonna have to do the footwork to determine whether or not they even require reservations. A lot of brunch places don't, or what the deal is. He says, oh, the Dutch eye. Not even sure what that means. Like, oh, is that a plan? No. So then that morning I get a text from him, howdy, how does 2 sound? I never heard back from him the night before, so what do I say? Oh, when I didn't hear back last night about a reservation or anything concrete, I made plans for this afternoon. You cannot, for a second date, try and make plans the morning of. Even less than 24 hours. Like, your girl is busy. We are not sitting around waiting for you to reach out. Goodbye. And so what is his response? Okay, cool. He, I think, got the point. But either way, I was like, this has to be like one of the laziest attempts at putting a second date together. Like, bro, second date, what are you doing? You missed out is what happened. Sorry.
There are a few things that I want to point out. Firstly, let's be honest. She is 100% of the reason why she does not have a boyfriend. The guy did absolutely nothing wrong, and when she asked if she knew of a decent place, he wasn't expecting her to carry the entire load. He was just being considerate, but she freaked out and acted as though he was a beta. This is the thing that is so confusing in today's dating world as a man.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with him asking if she knows any places that she would like to go, because he would like to bring her to a place that she likes. And she did sort of throw a hissy fit a little bit, not that he could tell through text, but she gave him a few options and he chose one.
If you ask a woman what she likes, she'll tell you she wants a considerate, caring man who listens to her. But when a man is actually considerate, she'll turn around and lose respect for him because he's not enough of a leader. Modern women have no idea what they want. But this isn't the only thing wrong with modern women today. One of the worst things about...
I would say the one thing the guy probably did wrong is, I understand her being upset with him saying, texting back that day saying, hey, is 2 okay? I think he should have texted back that same day, hey, I made a reservation, or hey, how does this time sound tomorrow? I think that would have been a better thing to do than do the day of. That's the only thing I believe she legitimately has okay to be upset about. Because you can't really do something the day of the date you want it to be, because you never know, the person might actually have plans later that day. You should do it at least a day or 2 in advance, or a week in advance, or something like that. That would be a good idea to do. Because never do it the day of, because the person might have already had plans, and you don't want to make them choose between you and what else they were ever doing. So,
about modern women is that the sexual empowerment movement has led them to start racking up insane body counts. It's extremely hard to want to date a woman when you know she's being run through by 5 other guys at the same time. This is what modern dating has become. This is what modern women are. Women racking up crazy body counts and seeing men as tools. This isn't just about me being sensational. This is literally what a woman recently said when asked about it.
What's your age?
26 on February 22nd. So I'm 25 right now.
Are you single?
I am single.
Why do you think that is?
Because I want to be. I have a couple of boyfriends. I hope they're not watching. Maybe like 4 or 5.
What's it like dating 5 people at the same time?
It's just like juggling. You have to be talented.
Are you sleeping with all 5 of them?
Not all of them. Depends on the situation.
Why not all?
this is why a lot of guys have a problem with wanting to be with a woman. It's fine if you want to stay single the rest of your life and just, you know, play the field and just only do dating and not actually be in a relationship. That's fine if you want to do that. No problem at all. You know, do what makes you happy, but you better make it known to the person you're with that that is what you are doing, and if they are okay with it. Because if they don't know this is what you're doing, and they believe they are going to probably have a chance to be in a relationship with you, and they find out you're doing this, you're just breaking the guy's heart or the lady's heart, whichever, you know, way it's going. You need to make shit clear, because at that point you're just being a dick or you're being a bitch. Don't do shit like this without, you know, the affected party knowing.
What's the deciding factor?
Well, there's different guys for different situations. Some guys, I just want to go to... I forgot that I'm recording this. There's different purposes for different tools.
One's a shovel, one's a knife, one's a fork.
Yeah, honestly, the one that I'm fucking, never gonna get in a relationship with him. He doesn't have the job, the finances, none of that.
So why even open yourself up to a guy like that?
Great dick.
Whenever anyone asks me why I don't date right now, I'm gonna show them this video. And I know some people are going to say...
See, for me, if I am going for a person and I'm making my intentions known that I would like to go for this person and possibly go a chance for dating them, I want to be the only person that they're going on a date with and hopefully trying to get with. I don't want to try and go after this person and then compete with two to five other people. I'm not doing that. I'm not going to compete. I want to be the only person. And if it doesn't work out, then it's not going to work out, and she can go with whatever other person she wants to go with after that. I want to be the only person because I don't want to compete with 4 or 5 other dudes. That's not how this shit works. That's just stress I don't need in my life.
that it's not all women, and they've got a point. But the fact is, such a huge percent of modern women embody these principles. No loyalty. They really do belong to the streets. Feminism has created a society where treating men like children with such open disrespect is the norm. Take a look at this video for a quick snapshot into the mindset of most women when entering a relationship. No respect, no inherent value given to the other person's perspective. Just straight up toxic, disrespectful, and belittling attitudes.
Okay, so my roommate and I made a game, and it's how we keep our roster in check. We called it Guilty Until Proven Innocent, and so this is how it works. Basically, every man we're talking to starts at death row. They're automatically on death row because men are guilty until proven innocent.
Everybody is innocent until proven guilty. If you say guilty till proven innocent, you're just a fucktard. I'm sorry. That is the truth. That is a fact. You are a dumbass. You are a smooth brain, 0 IQ idiot. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
The more well-behaved they are, the less serious their crimes get. So basically, we make these little characters that are the people on our roster, and then we can move them. And we have to justify to the other person why they deserve to go up the spot. So these are our current characters. And Nate's man is at embezzlement, and mine's at kidnapping. But there's always room for them to improve. And here's the kicker. They can do anything and we can move them back down to death row. It's that easy. But the threshold right here is the pipeline between tax fraud and petty theft is where the relationship becomes official. So yeah, that's our little game. Clearly it's pretty hard to get to innocent because we believe that no man is truly innocent, but
if you say that, then no woman is innocent. Oh, you don't like me saying that? Then don't fucking say it about a guy. It's women like this that is the reason why a lot of men do not date. It's women like this make it the reason why a lot of you ladies out there are single and can't find a man. You want someone to blame? Blame women like this. We don't. It's. It's just. It sucks.
But, yeah, guilty until proven innocent. I like to think it's one of my better ways to keep ourselves in check.
This video does give us a window into what most women think of men today, and she summed it up beautifully. Guilty until proven innocent. It's absolutely okay in this society to make a video describing how men are guilty until proven innocent. Can you imagine if a man made that same kind of video about a woman? Can you imagine?
Oh, that guy would get fucking flamed to hell and back. And back to hell again. Apparently, according to society, it is okay for men to bash men into the fucking ground. But as soon as one singular man does it to a woman, oh my god, the floodgates open. It's so hypocritical.
Imagine the backlash that would ensue if you claimed that women are guilty until proven innocent? Nothing new here. Just the same man-hating double standards and hypocrisy that have become depressingly normal. When women are being targeted, society freaks out. When men are being targeted, society laughs. That's just how it is. Is there any wonder why men are exercising their power and freedom to walk away? There's been some new data recently that shows the growing shift that men are going through in their attitudes. And honestly, this data makes me so proud of men today. Because this data is total proof that men are getting tired of the way they've been treated over the past few decades. And it's proof that they aren't willing to tolerate it anymore. The data I'm talking about lies in the growing ideology gap between men and women. Take a look at this.
Bad news, it is going to be harder to find your soulmate or just simply get through a date. According to a new Financial Times article, there is a growing divide between the ideological views of men and women playing out on a global scale. We hear Gen Z are very progressive, but it's more nuanced than that. It turns out Gen Z women are even more progressive, but Gen Z men are more conservative than boomers. Women ages 18 to 30 are now 30 percentage points more progressive than men their same age. Why is this happening? Some say it might be due to the Me Too movement, feeling some men might be threatened by.
Well, yeah. The Me Too movement is why a lot of men are so afraid to do anything, because it has been completely corrupted. It has given women's entirely too much power. Power to the point where a woman can accuse a man of doing something that he wasn't even in the room to do. Like a woman could accuse a man she doesn't even know of doing something, and he wasn't even there to do it, and the man would be victimized. The man would be found guilty. That's how corrupt the Me Too movement has gotten. I understand the point of the Me Too movement, but it has been completely sidelined and corrupted. That it holds no absolute meaning to it anymore.
By it. One time I left a date early because the guy said he had marched in 2 pro-life rallies, and I said we don't have the same values. This is why we can't have nice things, but we can have cats.
Women are becoming increasingly more liberal. They expected men to fall in line and simply believe what they wanted men to believe. But that's not what's happening. Not even slightly. Feminism told men to swallow the BS and be good little boys. But instead, men have started walking away in massive numbers and forming their own opinions about what they observe. More men are becoming conservative in their views. To put it into perspective, more young men are conservative at the moment than boomers. This is a direct response to the anti-male liberal agenda that's been allowed to run rampant in US society in recent years. Liberals had the opportunity to respect men in the same way it prioritized women, but they chose to put women on a pedestal while routinely putting men down and cutting them off at the knees every chance they got. Any man who is a hard liberal today is usually a blue-haired simp feminist ally who would rather die than disagree with a woman even once. And yes, I'm talking about Destiny. Although that guy has become far less liberal since his wife left him. How interesting. And as predicted, most major media outlets are freaking out trying to paint conservative young men as basement-dwelling incel losers. They routinely target public figures like Andrew Tate and Jordan Peterson as being far-right nationalist terrorists who are going to bring down society. They have to portray them in this way because they're afraid that people are going to realize that they have a point. But despite the portrayals of men in Disney and Hollywood, men are not complete idiots who can't think for themselves. Gen Z men hate feminism, and according to recent polls, even
most modern men hate feminism. Because modern day feminism is just misandry. And it's just toxic. That's all it is. It has lost everything it has stood for. It accomplished everything that it was out to accomplish with the first and second generation of feminists, but third generation and on, it has lost all its meaning. It has lost all its drive. It's not even feminism anymore. It's just misandry. All it wants is I'm going brain farting on the word. Basically they just want females as the top dog. They want I don't know why I'm blanking on the fucking word. I don't know why I'm blanking on the word. I think I'm like half asleep at this point, so I can't think of the fucking word. They want females at the top as the dominant sex. They don't want equality. They don't want anything like that. They just want female top, males down below, and that's it. That's all that modern day feminism is.
And the data proves this right. Tens of millions of men signed up to fight tyranny and protect their loved ones in World War I and II. There's a deep and inherent desire to protect the good in humanity. This is what being a hero truly means. This is what's fundamental to masculinity. And by the way, for a complete understanding of this, do yourself a favor and rewatch the Lord of the Rings trilogy again from the perspective of heroic masculinity. When you see it from that lens, it will change your life forever. The drive to embody heroic masculinity is what allowed men to endure incredible sacrifice to protect. But even that has been under vicious attack for decades. And now, even a necessary institution like the military is suffering from a lack of male participation. That's right, men are refusing to join up to fight for a country which openly says it hates them. Men aren't even joining the army anymore. There is currently a serious recruiting crisis in the West.
Well, see, the thing is, for a society that demonizes and attacks a certain group for well over a decade, or even 2 decades, why would you expect that group to fight for the society that has demonized them for well over 20 years? Why would you expect them to do that? Like in this case, the entirety of America has basically demonized men of all ages, and they don't want to sign up to fight for the nation that they live in. It sucks that the military is not keeping up with the numbers that they would like for recruitment, but men have been attacked and demonized for so long. It doesn't surprise me that they don't want to fight for the nation that has done it to them for years and years. It's not surprising at all.
This is what happens when you attack men. This is what happens when you take the fundamental male archetype of the hero and throw it under the bus while claiming it's the symptom of the toxic patriarchy. Men are adapting, and modern women can't stand it. Because when men adapt, they always succeed. and a successful man is the most direct threat to feminist ideology in this society. This is why walking away and becoming the most successful version of yourself in every sphere of life is the best revenge. But that's not the main reason you should be doing it. In the past, men would have fought a tyrannical dictatorship by going to war. This is what we've done countless times. But this time, the tyrannical dictatorship is within our own society, and its name is feminism. But instead of going to war, men are fighting in a much smarter way. We're doing what Bruce Lee suggested when he said that a great martial artist should be like water, flowing, adaptable. When an opponent strikes, the best thing you can be is a ghost, completely absent. And this is how men are fighting feminism today. With our absence, we understand that this is the only way society will change. If enough men wake up and refuse to play feminism's little games, it suddenly loses all power and influence it has over society. Our absence might force modern women to self-reflect and hold itself accountable. I feel inspired by the rise of the MGTOW philosophy in this society. It's no longer a niche subreddit group anymore. It's expanded into the mainstream, and we're seeing it across all data metrics. But the truth is, this is only just beginning. Men are starting to wake up in massive numbers, and soon, women are going to be in a position where they are single, lonely, and desperate. That's when they will realize what a toxic ideology feminism is, and
I think they said, what was it, by 2030 or 2040 that about, 40 to 60% of women will be single and childless. And you know what? It's their own fault. This is the consequences of your own decisions. You're going to have to live with it. Sucks, doesn't it? You've pushed men away. You've demonized men for so long that you are now unwanted. So, welcome to the consequences of your own actions. You still love feminism?
always has been. And when enough women get on our side, that's when the tide will turn in a huge way. That's when a civil war will emerge within feminism. To be honest, we're already seeing it from the videos of women claiming to regret believing the lies. For example, this woman realizes that the American dream she was sold by feminism was a complete lie.
My name is Lohani Santos. I'm 26 years old and I am absolutely terrified of life. As you know, I'm unemployed, and yesterday I went around looking for jobs and stuff, and I am so scared, and I am pushing through everything. I am showing up, I'm being persistent, and I don't take no for an answer. And I think that's what's gotten me to where I am in life.
I keep hearing that it's very difficult to find a job now, and I understand that. But thankfully I have a full-time job and I'm doing well, but I hear this a lot, that it is very difficult to find a full-time job now. It's like there are people who put in hundreds, and I mean hundreds of applications to either hear nothing or get denied. It's like, why are these places putting out these advertisements for jobs that are open, and yet they keep denying people and don't ever fill it? It's like, if you're not looking for somebody to fill the position, don't fucking advertise it. It should be illegal to do that. If you are putting out an advertisement for a position, you need to fill it, and once it is filled, take down the advertisement.
Another thing I want to share that I'm really proud of, I'm the first person to graduate college from my entire family. English is actually my second language. My first language is Portuguese. My third is Spanish. The reason why I expressed a disappointment in getting minimum wage jobs, nothing bad to say about minimum wage jobs. That is,
I feel bad for a lot of people on minimum wage, because people seem to forget that minimum wage was created so that people could afford the minimum it takes to live. And in nowhere in America can you live off $7.25 an hour. That is nowhere near minimum wage for current society.
is the most, I'm so respectful
People can barely live off 15 an hour for the minimum it takes to live.
of everyone because I am everyone. I am you. I've been working minimum wage jobs since I was 16 years old. First thing I did was show up with my resume to Tommy Hilfiger and I said, can I please speak to a manager? So 16-year-old me was doing what 26-year-old me was doing yesterday. I'm honestly like so proud of myself. This is insane. And so anyways, my disappointment. I am not above any job. I am not above any opportunity. I am just simply human who just thought that going to college, getting a degree would get me further in life. Maybe I'd like, I don't know.
I recommend people, if you're going to go to college, you want to make a good amount of money, get a trade job. Go to a trade college. Despite what people think of trade jobs, they make a lot of money. I mean, take mechanics. There are mechanics who make 100K plus a year easily. The thing is, statistically, if you're going to get a degree that is a 4+ year degree, statistically it takes at least 10 years to make what that degree says you are supposed to make, and make that back. It will take about 10 years. I don't know if that's changed over the years, but it's supposed to be about 10 years. If you want to go to a college, make a good amount of money, and do that in less time and get an actual skill, go to a trade school. Be a mechanic, construction, cabinetry, at any sort of trade school. Go to those. They make good money, and you will also have a skill that will take you places. I recommend being a mechanic. Everywhere is looking for a mechanic. They make good money.
I just honestly thought that I would have had a lot more of my dreams accomplished, which was going to school for acting. I know some of you expressed that maybe I shouldn't have picked that major, but when you're 18 years old and you're deciding your future and you have dreams and you think, I'm going to be an actor when I grow up, that's what you think. You think, I'm going to study acting. I'm so glad I did. I'm so thankful I did.
I wanted to be a video game creator, but I found that requires math that I cannot do. I cannot do that level of math.
Because I feel like I've met so many people along the way. I'm confident in my work, in my training. I need to share something else with you, but I think that I need to make one more video.
As a man, there's only one thing we can do. Hold the line. Tell the truth. Women will eventually start to realize the same thing we've been saying for decades. That feminism is a toxic ideology that's rotten to the core, and it needs to go. As we hold the line, let's invite more men to wake up. It's only a matter of time. As always, I wish you tremendous success. Now it's your turn. What do you think? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Remember that if you leave the best comment, you'll get $5. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, hit the like and subscribe buttons, ring the notification.
Well, that was men walking away as a problem. According to new data, more men thriving are after walking away. So I would be interested to know your opinions in the comments below. Let me know what you think about this, if you agree or disagree about feminism and all this sort of stuff. I thought this was a pretty good video. Focus camera. Thank you. But yeah, I thought this was a pretty good video. But yeah. Hit the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe for more. Links to all my social medias and other platforms that I'm on will be in the description below as well. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.